Something debonair is how they're introduced by that weird guy on that weird thing, and then it turns black and white. I don't understand how they do it, because real life is color. But here is Simon Gotch and Aiden English, the Vaudevillains. They're a good tag team wrestling from NXT, but now they're on the main roster. Wow, it's crazy how that works out, how these get released when they're on the main roster. Crazy. It's like, do they do that on purpose? All right, let's just open this up. Let's get this review done with. Let's kick it off with the artiste himself, and before I give you a complete rotation, let's look at this face. I think it's way too cartoony for the realism style that a lot of figures in the WWE Mattel line has. There's just something about this face that makes it look so much more cartoony than his actual face, and they've been doing that a lot with some of these faces. We get some really strong sculpts that really read as realism, like the Devon Dudley, but then we got others like this that seem way more cartoony. This attire and Simon Gotch's attire is from WWE NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, where they won the NXT tag titles, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, as an accessory, they didn't come with those tag titles. Overall, though, this is a simplistic design. One thing that could have really raised it above is if they made some, like, glossy effort for his boots, but unfortunately, Mattel doesn't really bust out that stuff, especially for a battle pack. But as it is, I think it's quite solid, and other than the cartoony aspects of it. Now check it out, it's Simon Gotch. One thing about this figure is I'm wondering if this is a lot of new sculpture, because you know, these legs look very new, very interesting, although the mold lines look terrible. But this is Simon Gotch, one of my favorite wrestlers. I think he's cool. I really like the attire on him. I like how they gave him his weight belt. And overall, I think that the realism on this guy is much stronger than it is on the artiste. I do like how they sculpted his mustache. I was a little nervous that that would not be sculpted, and let's take a close-up of that. Unfortunately, though, this is a battle pack, so quality control isn't going to be great, and you are probably going to run into some looseness troubles and paint flaws everywhere, which is quality control. Personally, though, I think this is a fair release. Unfortunately, what brings it down is the accessory. We got this director's cone, whatever that's called, but not the guy that talks into it. Do they actually talk into it? I don't know. I think a better idea for accessories would be the NXT tag titles or Blue Pants, because she was there for that match. But is this Tommy recommended? Maybe, because I doubt we're ever going to get an elite set of these guys, but anything can happen. It seems like these tag team guys are usually stuck in battle pack purgatory. I don't think they're going to be made into elites. Bummer zone.